to Many is officially live for 2024. Lisa Johnson's signature program. She launches this once a year. I'm Ange from her team, part of the team that support you on One to Many. So you meet me when you're in there. And throughout this week, you'll meet other members of the team as we chat to previous success people, not just success people, actually, loads of different people that have all been through the course. So the website's at the bottom. Look at our fancy banner. This is looking amazing. One to Many officially open, OTM2024.com. I'm going to speak to Jane. Hi, Jane. How are you?
Yeah, good, thanks. I do love a little live.
I know. It's first thing on a Tuesday morning and we are straight into a live. It's so nice to meet you.
Yeah,
can you, for those that don't know, introduce yourself and tell us what it is that you do?
Yes. My name is Jane Pangbourne. I'm the founder of Menopausal Not Mad, the HRT Truth Collective, and VIP Health with Jane. I essentially help women to simplify and manage their hormones and HRT during peri and postmenopause. Easy.
Love that. So succinct as well. Know exactly what you do. Can you tell me why you joined OTM?
I can. And I'm known for waffling, so feel free to interrupt me when I waffle on. I'm going to try and be as succinct as I was a moment ago. So I've been in business generally for about 30 years. I've had a few different businesses. My current business has been around for 6 years. And about 2 years ago, so 2022, I was successful. I have a large free group, but I also have, at the time, I had just one-to-one services. So I see women in this sort of format on a one-to-one basis, help me with their HRT queries, menopause queries, etc. Which is all lovely. And on paper, you'd go, oh, yeah, she's super successful, lovely, lots of bookings in the diary, calendar always full. But I was literally worn to a dried up husk because I just had no free time. I was probably at the peak of it doing about 50 consultations and the reports to add on to that every week. So that was full on. And it was like my eyeballs were stuck to the back of my head at the end of every day because I was just looking at Zoom all day. I love my job and I absolutely love one-to-one. But it was just draining the life out of me. So I've been following Lisa like some crazy mad stalker for many years. She didn't even know about me, but even from the beginning of her
We've all been there.
Yeah, it's a sad thing to admit, but yeah, hashtag stalker. So as it happened, and I can't actually remember how, she popped up around about that time in 2022. She popped up on my feed, but as you know, she pops up on everybody's feeds because she's around everywhere. And I thought, oh, okay, I'll attend the challenge. And then I attended the free masterclass. And I thought, oh, I quite like everything that she said. That sounds exciting because it means I can continue doing what I really love, but I can change it slightly so that I can help more women. And I've always wanted to reach more women, but there's only one of me and there's only so many hours in the day. So obviously OTM, for those that don't know, allows us to tweak our offer so that we can reach more people, one to many being the clues in the title. So I was really interested in things like memberships, courses. I come from a training background. I used to run a training company. And so I really like the course element. So write courses, downloads, and just generally tweak everything I already know. And I know a lot about HRT and menopause. Tweak everything I know, but make it more accessible by the average everyday person that perhaps doesn't want to book a one-to-one with me or that I don't have time to see. So I made the decision. I didn't actually have the spare money to do it because I was investing a lot in my business. So there wasn't really a lot of cash, but I just thought, oh, stuff it. I'm just going for it. So I invested and I'll be quite honest with you. Initially, I didn't do all of the OT. I attended the lives, but I didn't do all of the OTM processes. I didn't carry them all out. But over a period of, there was the 6 months of the program, but over the period of that year, I kind of dipped in and out of it. And the following year, so last year, I really, got myself sorted. And now things are completely different. And people who follow me in my community have probably thought I've had some sort of stroke or something, because I've gone completely crazy with lots of different stuff. And they're used to me just quietly doing my little one-to-ones and in my free group and doing bits and bobs here and there. And I am just, I think one of my clients actually and followers said to me a couple of days ago, "You are omnipresent in my feed, Jane." And I went, yes.
Yes, this is what you want. Get visible.
I am so visible now. And I did say to people, you know, if you thought I was annoying last year, buckle up, because it's not going to get any better. And I'm not 100% there yet. I've got so much more to do, and I'll probably be doing OTM again this year just to sort of tweak what I'm doing. But I found that actually I have time now, and I have a bit of headspace. And yeah, don't get me wrong, I'm still tired sometimes, and sometimes I have manic days, but it's not 24/7. And I'm the stuff I've done subsequently with Lisa and her team has allowed me to pull myself back and get myself back on focus when I go, oh yeah, I'm off. My little ADHD brain's off on one. I've now gone into shiny thing syndrome. I've downloaded things I'll never look at again. I've written notes I'll never read again. But then I just pull myself back, because the process works. It's really simple. I think Lisa said on the masterclass last night, which I'm sure she says every year, you know, yes, invest in the program, but just paying her the money isn't going to do it for you. You have to do the work. But actually, when it's something you love, when it's your passion, it doesn't feel like work. It's just, it just works. Yeah. Anyway, so I've rambled on long enough.
So, and I think that's the thing as well, having that lifetime access. So like you said at the beginning, you watch the lives, you know, maybe you felt overwhelmed. You've got, like you said, you had no time because you've got so many one-to-one clients at the beginning. Being able to pop back in and refine it and have a look. So, so you sort of went from loads of one-to-one clients, no time, exhausted, and then just completely changed it, added loads of different services. So now you're one-to-one. Is less, but
so I suppose I'm sort of semi-passive income now, because I was a little worried at the beginning that and I did try this but hated it, that I would have to stop my one-to-ones and just do the groups, the membership and the courses. And I didn't want to stop my one-to-ones, because I absolutely love my one-to-one clients, but I didn't need to do as many of them. So what I tend to do now is I allow one-to-one bookings about 4 days a month. That's kind of where I am with that. So I have 4 full one-to-one days, pack them with one-to-one clients, and that kind of satisfies the needs of the community and also gives me my one-to-one kit, which I really don't want to lose. But then the rest of the time, I'm preparing resources, I'm writing courses, I'm delivering the live elements, the sort of non-passive elements of my courses, which is just once a week, and feeding information into or doing lives in my membership. So that one thing actually I will say is that the one-to-many really helped me to realize what I'm good at and what I love. And I've realized I really love the one-to-ones, don't want to get rid of those, but I really love Alive. I love this. I love that connection with my clients. So for me, and it's not the same for everybody, I realized that the sort of evergreen buy this course and I never see them again works brilliantly for some people. But for me, it didn't give me what I needed. And I wanted to have a live element within it. And it made me realize that I needed to kind of not compare myself to other people and just really look inside myself as to what I enjoyed. It took me a while. It took me a good few months to try things and go, ugh, no, I hate that. That doesn't work for me. Even though so-and-so that I really admire does that, that doesn't work for me. And to really find what my superpower was. And I think I'm nearly there. Yeah, I'm doing okay.
But you're working in it, and that's the thing. Like I said, Lisa was mentioning last night in the masterclass. This isn't just pay her the money and then suddenly you've got all these clients, you do less one-to-one and it's all fine. It's, you know, like any business, to be successful, it's consistent work. Absolutely. And like you said, you're now at a point where you've got to semi-passive, so you can step back a little and have the space to be able to grow and work more. It's a consistent journey, isn't it?
It is, and a good example would be that last year, at some point last year, I hadn't really done what I should have done. I hadn't planned properly, and planning is key. And I'd been on holiday for 2 weeks, and my husband, we came back from that holiday, and my husband said, "You didn't take a single second of holiday during that time. You literally worked throughout that whole holiday." This was sort of earlier on. And I said, "Yeah," I said, "I'm really, really tired." And so we've just been on holiday for 2 weeks. And I booked in 1 day to work whilst I was away. I did a couple of lives with my membership, and that was it. I didn't do any more work. And I said to my husband, I said, "How was that in terms of experience of being on holiday?" And he went, "Much better." Yeah.
Yeah.
She took some time off, and it was fine. Nothing terrible happened to my business. It all ticked along quite nicely. Thank you very much.
Yeah. So shall we talk? It's great that you had that success in terms of recognizing that and being able to have that holiday and that break. When did you start to actually make money from it? When did you sort of tick those boxes?
So I think probably the change in income probably took me 6 months, maybe. Initially, I'll be honest, there was a dip purely because in my case, I was doing so many one-to-ones. I had to scale that down a bit. So, it wasn't a massive dip, but it was a dip. But I accounted for that. And then once I started my membership, my courses, I suppose 6 months in, within that space of time, I'm terrible with figures, but I think it was about 35,500 at the end of those 6 months that just landed pretty solidly in that one period of time. And then from then on, it's been consistent. And with me now bringing in more of the passive, I'm getting more of the sort of recurring revenue coming in. However, I've now got to step it up a little bit because I've taken a bit of time off. So now I need to sort of change again, just tweak it a little bit because I've allowed things. My fault with my little ADHD brain. I've managed to take myself off somewhere else to do something else, and I didn't need to do that. So again, I've brought myself back in, and that's fine. Bring it back in. So that's fine. Because each time, whereas before 2 years ago, I would just go, "Oh my God, it's too much. It's too much. I can't do it," and then I'd be off on one. Whereas now I go, "It's fine. Just bring it back in." And to be honest, you probably know, Ange, I'm well into Lisa Johnson's community anyway. So I just go into that community and go, "Okay, I'm having a bit of a wobble. Can you just bring me back in, guys?" And everybody's really supportive. So it's good.
They are. It's always, Lisa does attract people that are always open to supporting each other. And I always find that this is my third one-to-many now with the team. And each time I'm just surprised by the willingness of everybody to help. It's not something you often find in the online business world. Yeah. In that community of one-to-many, it's always such a support and that accountability. A bit like the challenge group has been this week. It's been great to see everyone.
With the amount of support, I haven't been able to keep up with it.
Do you have any advice for anybody that might be thinking about taking one-to-many this year?
Oh, I probably have lots of advice, but the thing that springs to mind is I've had people talking to me about one-to-many because they know that I've done it. And people are really worried about the income element of it and investing. And I am not in the least bit salesy at all. It takes a lot for me to recommend somebody. I've had icky sales situations in my past and I just can't bear it. But I genuinely believe that it's worth the investment purely because within a very short space of time, that investment is returned tenfold. I mean, and as I say, within those 6 months, that money was more than covered. And there was, much more left at the end of it. But aside from the investment element, the key thing for me has been the mindset element of it. I had a real money mindset issue, and sometimes I still have a wobble. So the fact this year that Lisa has thrown in her mindset guru, Renee, who is literally my hero. I love her. I actually want her to live in my house.
We all do. We all want ready in our pocket.
Unfortunately, she doesn't even live in my country, so that's no good. But she's just outstanding, and she has completely changed the way I think about money. That it's actually okay to ask somebody to pay you for your knowledge and your advice. It's not shameful to earn money. Everybody has to earn a living. Everybody has to earn money, and it's okay. And we should be proud of that, proud that we can do that. So the mindset element of it, I would invest in that program just for Renee. Honestly.
Love that. Thank you so much, Jane. It's been so great to talk to you. Doors to One to Many are now open. You can see all the details on otm2024.com. And we'll see you soon. Thank you, Jane.
Thanks. Bye. Bye.